asking guys questions.
I mean, it just if you say he don't like me, it's like fuck you. You know what I mean?
I respect that.
But I mean, like me personally, I don't know him. Like, I don't know him personally. I actually like the way he fights.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis and Terence Crawford are once again exchanging words. The back and forth began when Crawford responded to Davis's remarks during his final press conference before his fight against Lamont Roach. When asked about Crawford's statement that he doesn't like him and whether they could be friends after their boxing careers, Davis
It's like, he's a great fighter. Sometimes he can be good, but it's like, it's always, I'm this.
I think he's just a hater. He doesn't even know me, but says he doesn't like me. I don't care about him at all. Forget him and everyone with him, Davis said. Davis, a Baltimore native, responded to Crawford even more aggressively than Crawford did to him. Many in the boxing world believe that Crawford, moving up 14 pounds to face a tough Mexican opponent, known for having one of the best chins in boxing, might be too big of a challenge, even for someone as skilled as Crawford. However, Crawford hasn't backed down and has secured the fight, which is set to turn.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like,
speaking to Fight Hype about the fight, Crawford stated that his primary motivation for taking it is to challenge himself and make history. I want to challenge myself. Canelo is a great fighter, one of the best from Mexico, and I'm one of the all-time greats too. So why not test myself? They say big risks bring big rewards, and I'm looking for that big reward, Crawford explained. However, in a recent interview ahead of his own title defense against Lamont Roach Jr. this weekend, Davis disagreed. He believes Crawford is taking the
I don't give a fuck him. If everybody including with him, I mean with him.
Same question for you. You're a proud father.
He knockout artist from Baltimore, Gervonta "Tank" Davis, began analyzing the fight, but quickly shifted focus, suggesting that Crawford might be using something suspicious. He pointed to Crawford's association with Victor Conte's snack nutrition program. He definitely needs the money, I'm telling you. He's a good fighter, and smaller fighters usually move better than bigger ones. But didn't he get rocked by Yuri Orcas Gamboa before? Now all of a sudden he looks super strong.
If I'm easy work, I heard him say I'm easy work. If I was easy work, well, you would take all that money that he's offering you. But yeah.
Davis isn't a fan of the potential matchup between Crawford and Canelo, and his coach Calvin Ford has shared a similar sentiment. The debate over who would win between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford continues to gain momentum, as a fight between them would feature two of the best pound-for-pound fighters. However, Crawford would need to move up considerably in weight to compete. Speaking to Fight Hype, Davis's trainer,
Terence Crawford Canelo situation, do you think that's a fight where they could get to a weight that makes sense? Do you think that the weight would affect Terence Crawford?
I mean, Canelo is the king. Whatever he say, you know what I'm saying?
Canelo is the king. It's a good fight, and I'd like to see how it plays out. Canelo has been making smart moves in his career, Ford said. He also commented on Crawford's last fight, where he moved up to 154 lbs to face Israel Madrimov but failed to secure a knockout. It was his first fight at that weight, so you can't say he didn't bring his power up with him. He just had to adjust. It's like when Benavidez moved up in weight. It's all about making adjustments. I hope Terence Crawford gets another fight at this weight so he can prove himself. If he struggles again, then
I'd like to see that fight, the outcome of it, you know what I'm saying? And then watching Canelo been making some good moves, as far as fights and whatnot,
Coach Calvin Ford shared his thoughts on why Crawford is pushing for a fight against Canelo. Terence is a tough guy. He's moving up in weight because he wants the fight. He's not getting any younger, and he's doing everything he needs to build his legacy, Ford said. Crawford, who recently stated in an interview that he doesn't like Gervonta Davis as a person, will likely respond soon. The 37-year-old from Omaha, Nebraska, has already achieved more than most fighters could ever dream of. Since turning professional in March 2008, he has won world titles in 4 weight classes and became the undisputed champion at both super, lightweight, and welterweight. Now, as he prepares for a massive
he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of...
Speaking on the Cigar Talk podcast, Crawford shared his candid thoughts on WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis. I just really don't like that guy. I don't like anything about him. He's just one of those arrogant dudes who hides behind what he has. He's always surrounded by security guards and he knows he's in the spotlight. But in certain situations, he wouldn't act that way, Crawford said. When asked if he at least respects Davis as a boxer, Crawford admitted, Yeah, he's a damn good fighter. I respect him as a boxer. He's got skills, power, and amazing ability. But as a person? No way. A fight between Crawford and Davis seems unlikely anytime soon due to their weight differences. Crawford last fought at 154 lbs in August, and his upcoming bout against Canelo will be at 168 lbs. Meanwhile, the highest weight Davis has competed at is super lightweight, though most of his success has come at lightweight. Despite this, Davis remains undefeated with a perfect 30-0 record and currently holds the WBA lightweight title in a division filled with potential unification.
He's in the limelight and stuff like that, but in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter, though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Vasily Lomachenko holds the IBF title, Shakur Stevenson is the WBC champion, and Keyshawn Davis recently claimed the WBO title with a devastating body shot knockout on Valentine's Day. Crawford was in attendance to support his training partner Keyshawn and later shared his thoughts with Fight Hype, stating that Gervonta Davis wouldn't fare well against either Keyshawn or Shakur. Tank knows what's up. He knows what he's up against if he fights Shakur or Keyshawn, Crawford said. He prefers fighting guys that people already know won't challenge him. They might have some skills, but mentally, they can't keep up for an entire fight. Shakur and Keyshawn are the ones who could give him his first loss.
What y'all? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing? You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed? Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at. All right,
Let's be honest, Davis's record is impressive. With 30 wins, 28 by knockout, he has taken down big names like Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. But Lamont Roach isn't concerned with Davis's stats. He's focused on neutralizing Tank's strengths, one punch and one mental battle at a time. Roach understands that Davis thrives on breaking his opponents mentally before delivering the knockout blow. His game plan is to remain composed under pressure, stick to his strategy, and avoid falling into Davis's traps. His motivation for this fight is clear, proving he's one of the best fighters in the world and changing his life forever. He biggest. Motivation for this fight is showing that I'm really one of the best fighters in the world, Roach said.
It'd be like, I don't know, it'd be little clips like you see how like man him was talking and then somebody else talked like his crew. Mm-hmm. That's what get me up. Like that's what make me like. I always want to prove to somebody that I'm...
Roach knows that winning this fight will not only change his life, but also improve his family's future. It's simple but powerful, Roach said. He's not just fighting for himself, he's fighting for his family, his city, and the respect he believes he hasn't yet received. A victory over Gervonta Davis would be a career-defining moment, elevating him from a solid champion to a household name. During training camp, Roach has been pushing himself harder than ever. His sparring partners have been carefully selected to mimic Davis's style, testing him with speed, power, and aggression. He has been holding his own, focusing on movement, defense, and controlling the center of the ring. Roach knows that standing still against Davis is dangerous, so he's training to stay elusive while landing sharp counterpunches. Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., has played a crucial role in keeping him mentally locked in. Their camp runs with a no-nonsense approach. Distractions don't matter, only preparation and improvement. They aren't concerned with media narratives or outside opinions. Their focus remains solely on executing the game plan. Psychologically, Roach understands he needs to pressure Davis from the opening bell. Davis thrives when opponents show fear. But Roach refuses.
Looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont, like I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's the real.
Roach's strategy is simple: stay calm, stay sharp, and prove to Davis that he's not intimidated. If he can maintain his composure, he has a real chance of disrupting Davis's usual mental and physical dominance over his opponents. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis has been making headlines for his unpredictable behavior. In recent months, the Baltimore fighter has made confusing statements about his career, leaving fans uncertain about his future. It all started on Christmas Eve when Davis shocked everyone by claiming that his highly anticipated fight with Roach was canceled. He provided no explanation or follow-up, just a cryptic social media post that left.
Talk to me about the mental preparation going to this fight with Lamont. Fans, they kind of sleeping on Lamont, but you know Lamont's fighting style. Y'all fought in the past.
People don't know him, but Lamont is a good fighter. Like he ain't no slouch. Like I fought him in the amateur.
Fans began speculating that Gervonta "Tank" Davis was having another one of his infamous meltdowns. Known for making unpredictable statements, this time felt different. The timing was odd, and no one from his team backed it up. It seemed like he was once again throwing a wrench into his own plans. Just when it appeared the fight might be in jeopardy, Lamont Roach and his father, Lamont Sr., stepped in to set the record straight. They reassured fans that the fight was still on as scheduled. While the situation could have spiraled into chaos, both fighters remained focused. Despite the brief confusion, the fight's momentum never wavered. Now Roach and Davis are fully locked in for their March 1st, 2025 showdown at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn.
So get ready for 2 fights. But yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight